So I'm trying to follow you here on your statement. You are saying your reaction on the 14th of January 2025 was triggered by a statement on News 24, correct? So had that press statement not been issued, you were not going to react on the 14th of January.
I was totally unaware of the property being purchased.
Okay. In your letter, I think it's your letter is annexure DK You are saying that the purchase of this property in Pretoria North was signed off by General Khumalo. So where did you get that information?
Because he's the head of crime intelligence.
No.
Yes.
No, but-
He's the head, and a property of this value would have to be signed
No,
off
but what I'm
by
saying
him.
here, Honorable Banat, is that you are saying to us the only reason why you wrote a press statement on the 14th is because there was a News 24 report issued on the 23rd of January. The News 24 report on the 23rd of January doesn't say who signed off the purchase of the property. And in your reaction, you are saying a person who signed off the purchase is General Khumalo. So where did you get that information?
Number one, any purchase of this value, certainly not smaller amounts, any purchase would have to be signed off by the head of the division.
So you just said that without any verification.
I have many people that I confirm items with, but I was satisfied that this was the truth.
Many people from?
All over, within the SAPs and elsewhere.
So there are people who gave you that information, that classified information.
It's not classified that someone should sign off a purchase.
No, but I'm saying we didn't know who signed because no one exposed that before you took it to the media. Even News 24 did not say who signed off the purchase. It only appears on your statement.
Okay.
Now the question is, how do you get that information? Because the inference here I'm drawing is that you had this information before it was even released by News 24.
That's not true.
Because News 24 does not divulge who signed off the purchase. We only see that in your statement, in your
Yes.
press statement.
I did not know of this property before the News 24 article at all, ever.
Yeah, but I'm saying News 24 doesn't say who signed off the purchase. It's only you who is telling us who signed off the purchase. And the question is, how did you know? Because News 24 never divulged that. And you said you reacted to News 24 reports.
Yes.
So your reaction goes beyond to what News 24 told us, because News 24 never told us about General Khumalo. So it means you're in possession of a certain information. And if you're in possession of that information, then how did you get it? Because surely you did not draw that information from the report of News 24.
Certainly, as you have, as every MP in Parliament has, I have sources, and I confirmed that this person, as the head of the division, had signed off on the purchase.
So is it your evidence that upon reading the News 24 report, you consulted your sources and your sources told you that it's General Khumalo who signed off the purchase?
Yes.
Is that your evidence?
Yes.
So those sources are within crime intelligence?
No.
They are?
Elsewhere.
Okay. Do you know Mr. Paul O'Sullivan?
I've heard of him. I've never met him. Certainly one reads about him a great deal.
Do you have a relationship with him?
No.
You don't have?
No.
Do you have his contacts?
Yes.
How did you get his contacts?
I think he emailed me about 7 years ago once.
When I say his contacts, I mean his cell phone number,
Yes.
email address,
I took that down from the email that he sent back then.
and you never called him.
No, I haven't spoken to him in many, many years. I might have called him 7 years ago, but I haven't spoken to him recently.
No, the question is, have you ever spoken to him telephonically?
Yes.
What was the subject about?
I can't remember what I was talking about 7 years ago, but it was very long ago. It might have been about the Pakhlane issue, or even further back for the Jackie Celebi issue. He's always been raising issues like that.
And then McBride, do you have a relationship with him?
He was the head of the IPID when I was serving full-time on police. So I met him there regularly in the committee.
When you do oversight?
I beg your pardon?
You met him when you were doing oversight?
In the committees,
Or in the committees?
always, yes.
No, I'm saying outside the parliamentary responsibilities. Have you ever had a meeting with him
Only would be at the IPID offices, otherwise not.
at the IPID offices?
Yes, when the committee would go.
When the committee is there?
Yes.
No, I'm saying a meeting between the two of you.
No,
You've never had a meeting with him.
no.
Do you have?
Apart from the official ones, no.
Do you have his cell phone number?
Yes, I do.
Do you call each other?
Not for a very long time, no.
But you used to call each other.
I would occasionally, I think, as I recall, check with him about cases that had been reported to the IPID or asking if it was appropriate to send a certain matter to the IPID, but it was very rare.
Do you have a relationship with General Sibia?
Well, he would, no, not really. I don't have relationships with any of the people
Do you speak
at the
with him?
top structure. No,
Do you have his number?
I don't. I might have. I have thousands of numbers, so I could well have it.
So you are not sure if you have his number?
I can check. I mean, I can check, but I do have many, many police numbers.
Okay. Now we are saying here on your statement, the DPWI minister told the DA that he was not informed of the purchase. At what stage did the minister tell you that? Because a report by News 24 came out on the 13th of January, and then you issued a statement on the 14th. So
Yes.
at what stage did the minister tell you?
On the 14th, the morning of the 14th, I made a phone call to the minister.
Before you issued a statement.
Yes.
So the minister is part of your sources?
The minister confirmed for me that he had no knowledge of any purchase.
No, I'm saying, does that mean the minister was part of your sources?
That
Because,
means I phoned the minister and asked him.
because you said, remember, that your sources told you that it's General Dumsani who signed off the purchase.
Okay.
So I'm asking, is the minister or was the minister part of your sources?
No, I phoned the minister to ask if Public Works had purchased such a property.
So-
Because they are the
So-
people who buy immovable property for government.
So what else were you told by your sources, except the information that we have?
Only what you see in front of you, what I wrote and asked the Inspector General to investigate.
So that's the only information they told you.
Yes.
Did you ever do a research on the value of the properties, if there are any, that were purchased by the crime intelligence before this one?
No.
You've never done. Are there any properties which are owned, not leased, but owned by crime intelligence,
I don't know.
except these two properties?
I've never heard of such a property. I stand to be corrected. But as Mr. McBride detailed in this committee, purchases of properties are just not done for obvious reasons, that if a cover is blown, they can just walk away from a rented property. They can't walk away from a property owned by the state.
Is that an established principle?
Yes.
Is it written down or is a precedent?
I don't know if things like this are written, but Mr. McBride was speaking from experience.
Do you have any relationship with owners of these covered properties?
No,
No,
I don't know who they are.
you don't know any owner of any covered property.
No, why would I know that?
No, there's nothing wrong with knowing owners.
I know.
There's nothing peculiar.
No,
You would
it
know
would be
because-
very peculiar.
No, it wouldn't. You are a human
would.
being. You stay with people. You don't stay in an island.
I'm
You are-
sorry.
you are
I
not
do not,
staying-
kn- let me
I'm saying
repeat.
you are not staying in your own planet. You stay with people. You interact with people. You meet people every day. They introduce themselves to you. So there's absolutely nothing wrong when you know a person, because knowing doesn't mean you have any contractual relationship.
I have no knowledge of any owner of any government property whatsoever. I have heard under the Richard Mluli years that police officers were renting out their own properties as safe houses and earning enormous amounts from government. That was happening in the Mluli years. I have no evidence that practice has ever been stopped, but I certainly don't know the owners of any of said buildings.
So at the time when these properties or this property of Pretoria North rather was purchased, who was sitting in the JSCI from the DA?
But when there was,
The property was purchased in 2024
yes, there was no committee after the election.
or after the elections.
Yes, it just, there was nothing for a year after that.
Before that, you were sitting in the committee.
Yes.
Now you are saying the security oath expires in terms
As
of
far as I'm concerned, it expires because it covers exactly what is told to you in that 5-year term, well, 4-year term.
So you mean it is valid so long as you are a member of the JSCI?
That's what you swear, yes.
So practically you mean when your term of membership has expired, you can dispatch any information, any classified information?
Absolutely
because-
not. Absolutely not. As I said earlier to one of our colleagues, what you hear in that committee stays in that committee.
Then it means it doesn't expire.
No.
Because
All right,
remember-
it doesn't expire in terms of leaking out of a
Exactly my
committee.
point. Exactly my point. Because when you expire, what does that practically mean when you say it expires?
It means anything subsequently that you hear of is not covered by your oath within the Joint Standing Committee.
No, but how can you hear something which is classified while you are not a member of the JSCI? Because
What do you mean, how
that-
can I hear it?
how can you hear it? Because that information is classified, and members who sit in that committee have taken secrecy oath, so they can't share that information with you. There is no way that you can hear that information. You hear that information by virtue of being a member of the committee. And when you are a member of the committee, you have taken the secrecy oath, and that means you are going to, that secrecy oath is going to be binding upon you until death.
That committee, that oath covers the 5-year term that you sit on the committee, which is why anyone who sits on the committee, the next Parliament, have to be sworn in again, as was I. So I am sworn in to the committee for the term that I sit on that committee.
No, but you are not giving practical meaning of what you are saying, because I'm saying to you, if you say it covers your term,
Yes.
what does that mean? Does that mean when you are not a member, you can you can recklessly dispatch any information that you obtained while you were still a member?
As could you, as could Honorable James, anyone could have commented on what was in the media.
No. But
I was not a member of the committee. I was not sworn to keep quiet. I was a member of the Police Portfolio Committee.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, Honorable Bernard, by virtue of not being, a committee member, doesn't mean you can divulge information that is classified.
It means I can comment on anything that's in the public domain, which I do.
No, but
I'm not going to be part of a cover-up. I will not be.
so classifying information is tantamount to covering up.
I don't know that any of the information I was given was ever classified.
No,
How
but
would I know that?
No, but I'm saying, no, you should know because you are a member. You have been a member of that committee, even though you were not a member at that time. So you are better placed. You are more privileged than I in terms of information, in terms of knowing that this information is classified, this one is not classified.
It's not for me to determine what is classified and what isn't.
No, you don't determine. Knowing and determining are two different things. I'm saying you should have known better because you have been part of that committee for quite long. So you know that this information is classified and this one is not classified.
You're suggesting that I should not have written to the Inspector General, that I should not have commented on something that I believed was criminal. Because that's not in my nature. I can't behave like that.
Because you took secrecy oath.
I took it for the last, I did not leak anything out of the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence. This is the first time in the public domain we have seen something that looks like it's going to reveal a very similar situation that happened under Richard and Mbluli under the secrecy of the Slush Fund.
Okay. Do you have any relationship with any journalist?
Journalists?
Yes.
I don't know this person or...
No.
I never go out with a journalist. I don't know a journalist personally. I certainly get phone calls saying, will you do an interview, etc. That's as much as it is, as much as you would get.
So you don't have any relationship with any journalist?
No.
The journalist who reported about this, the journalist who works for News 24.
This person, yes.
Do you know that person?
No.
Have you ever met that person?
No. I don't have the contact details. I don't know this person.
So this information, now let's leave you out, but this information is classified. No? Let's not talk about you. Let's talk about the nature now of this information, especially the information that relates to the purchase of a Pretoria North building. Leave the Priya building in Durban. Is it classified?
I don't know. I don't know what the status is of it.
Or let me ask you like this. Is a purchase of buildings by crime intelligence fall under an information that is classified?
The purchase of buildings by crime intelligence, to my knowledge, is unheard of.
No, purchase or leasing?
Leasing is not unheard of. That is the norm.
Yeah, no, even if it's not unheard of, but does it fall under classified information, the leasing of buildings?
I don't know what the status is of this building.
No.
Nor do I know what it was going to be used for. I don't know.
No, generally. No, but you wrote about this thing. What do you mean you don't know? Because you even criticized and say some offices have poor conditions and so on. So it means you have knowledge of buildings of crime intelligence.
Don't go so much.